The Bungie Weekly Update has just dropped, and we got a little bit of an update of the new season releasing next Tuesday, massive event updates, the new dungeon, and tons more you won't want to miss. We're just a few days out from a new season. We've covered quite a few systematic changes coming to Destiny 2, sandbox changes, ritual reputation changes, and a few other details on how the gameplay in general will be updated. Many of you have been asking about the new stuff. What is Season of Redacted all about? What's the next challenge our Guardians are about to face? What's going on with Redacted and they're redacted? Which subclass is getting the 3.0 treatment? Bungie says there will be a day when many of your questions will be answered, but today is not that day. It's scary, but a fun balancing act in the grand scheme of things. I've said it before, but player discovery is one of the most potent things in gaming. Do we spill the details in the twabs or tweets, or do we hold things a bit closer to the chest with each season to let players dig in on day one and find some of the cool things in the game itself? Basically, to summarize, they aren't telling us anything right now. If you like to go dark, this should be one of the last posts you're reading from Bungie, but it seems a little earlier on Tuesday morning. You can keep an eye out for a countdown for the next trailer, whatever that means. Is it a video, some type of tweet? I guess we'll have to wait and see. For those who want to know a little bit about it though, there may have been a leak. You can kind of skip this part if you want. I'll give you a couple of seconds. Now, the name Season of the Haunted has been found both in some files as well as a Bungie employee's LinkedIn profile, so whether that turns out to be this season or something else, we have to wait and see. Also dropping in the new season, we're getting a brand new dungeon. This is going to launch next Friday, May 27th at 10 a.m. Pacific time. The recommended power to enter this on normal difficulty is going to be 1550, and Master will also be available day one, but they'll leave those entry requirements for you to see in the game next week. They want this also to be a surprise, but here's a peek at some of the rewards you can expect once inside. 1 legendary armor set per class, 4 legendary new weapons, 2 legendary reprised weapons, 1 exotic catalyst, 1 exotic accessory, which is a ship or a Sparrow, and 2 legendary emblems. They also know the best way to get into this dungeon is to have the digital deluxe edition of the Witch Queen. If you have that, you're already in and you're good to go. If you want to experience this content but haven't purchased that deluxe edition, starting next Tuesday it's going to be on sale for 25% off. The exact timing and duration of that may vary for platforms. If you just want the dungeon, that's also totally fine. You can pick it up as both part of the Witch Queen dungeon key in the Eververse store for 2,000 silver. How about some Trials updates? Starting this weekend, they say they're mixing things up just a little bit more with another freelance weekend with zone control enabled. This will be your final weekend for Trials for a while, as the mode will have a short hiatus through June 10th. When Trials comes back around though, there will be some new loot to earn. While we've already announced that a fusion rifle and sidearm will be up for grabs, we'll also have a new armor set for your fashion game. We're leaning deeper into the Trials themes that you've seen over the years and excited to see how you mix and match these new sets with pieces from activities throughout the game. So here's a look at the new armor set. Something that's also pretty cool, you see a ghost in this image, but next to that we're getting this brand new Sparrow, the Falcon's Chase Sparrow. Let's talk about Destiny's event updates. About once a season, Guardians get a chance to take a break from the galaxy-saving duties to relax and reflect in special annual celebrations. These themed events, which include Guardian Games, Solstice, Festival of the Lost, and the Dawning, have become an integral part of the annual flow of Destiny 2, where players can celebrate together and collect cool rewards along the way. Over the past year, the team has been working hard and giving many of these events a makeover. This effort began with last year's Festival of the Lost, which featured twists like Monsters vs. Dinos, and also Glenn's Ghost Stories. While not every big event will get an update this year, they wanted to share a plan for the Solstice event returning July 19th. First, the biggest change is the name. It used to be Solstice of Heroes, now it's just called Solstice. As in previous years, you'll have some awesome sets of armor to pursue. Only this time, instead of completing armor objectives and collecting keys and packaged consumables, you'll be completing event challenges to make progress toward your ultimate glowing masterpiece of bodily protection. Basically, players will only upgrade one set of Solstice armor throughout this event. While you can get multiple instances of a helmet, for example, upgrading armor will allow you to reroll its stats, and the stat potential of the armor will be shared across those drops. Another change is something called the Bonfire Bash, which takes place in the European aerial zone. Guardians will be building up and stoking what can only be described as paracausal bonfires, while enemies of the Summer Fun, including Taken, Cabal, Hive, and Fallen, will be attempting to crash the party and extinguish your fires. In your mission to guard the flames from wave after wave of incoming enemies, we've made it easier to traverse the EAZ, adding floating islands and removing building barriers for maximum maneuverability. Introducing the Event Card. In much the same way that Seasonal Challenges introduces an easy to understand and find list of goals you can complete in a season, the event card does the same for Destiny 2's annual events. When Solstice begins, players will gain access to this event card, which includes new points of interest to explore, including the following: event challenges, event seals and titles, and unique event rewards. Every event card will be available to free-for-all players and can be accessed by interacting with Eva Levante in the tower or via the quest tab right next to your seasonal challenges. Event cards and their associated challenges and rewards can be accessed for the entire event before disappearing once their corresponding event ends. Under this card, you will see event challenges. This is basically seasonal challenges but tailored towards this event. Certain challenges will give you familiar items like shaders, emblems, and other gear, and also they'll grant event tickets. Under that is event seals and titles, individual event seals, and new multi-event seals. So if you enjoy going after seals, there'll be ones tailored towards specific events, so that's pretty cool, and another way to customize your Guardian. There's also upgraded event card rewards, and I'll show that on screen if you like to pause and take a look at it. And lastly, we get a little bit of a patch note preview for next Tuesday. Next is some UI changes. We have some changes in the Dares of Eternity. Increased Strange Coins rewards from the final chest from 1 to 3. This doesn't affect the Strange Coins earned from lightning rounds. Here are the changes to the power bands. The power floor is 1350, that's unchanged. The soft cap is up to 1510, the power cap 1560, and the hard cap 1570. Basically, those are all just bumped up 10 power for the new season. Those of you who need more vault space, guess what? We're getting 100 more slots. It was 500, now it's up to 600. Next up, they've fixed some things with Xur. If you find him right after he goes away, sometimes his inventory would change. Starting next Tuesday, that's not going to happen, and those of you who try to hold Xur hostage, you'll have the same inventory. Anyway, Guardians, that basically does it for this roundup of the Bungie Weekly Update. If you'd like to see some more Destiny news and mysteries just like this video, please be sure to subscribe to the channel. Anyway, I thank you very much for watching, and I'll catch you Guardians in the next one.